the wheels off and control arms off, put these spacers in. The spacers go in here. Here's our origin fab. These are made of Delrin. I just learned now that Delrin is not metal. For some reason I thought it was just a really light, almost felt like aluminum type metal, but it's plastic.
It's the ABS wire.
I don't want to get myself into these messes. Completely unnecessary. So is this the A-arm control arm is the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Upper arm.
Yeah, A-arm, it's just in the shape of an A. It's an upper control arm.
Two bolts and this sucker will come out. So I took this bottom nut off. Apparently that's been off before because it's missing the cotter pin, isn't it?
No, I took the cotter pin out already.
Oh, okay.
This is the problem I have. There's a tool to press this out.
Yeah.
But that's usually when you're going to replace the ball joint because it's going to nick the threads. So the way to get this out of here is you basically take a hammer and you just give it a shock right here on the metal.
Yeah.
It'll pop apart. So some of your readers might...
And not like that. Almost like you've done it before.
See, if you use the press, when it presses on that, it'll usually see how fine the threads are.
Yeah.
It'll usually nick up the threads.
And you have to replace it. Yeah.
So you just all you're doing is just shocking it because it's a taper. So that shock pop lets it go. Sweet. Okay.
So what we're doing here is we're pressing out the factory urethane bushings. And we're going to replace it with the offset Delrin spacers. There we go. We're going to lose at least a half a pound in weight. Switching to plastic. Yeah, the fat side goes on the outsides.
On the outside, correct.
Right, so on. Right, and then we want to offset it in, right?
You want, yeah, because what's going to happen now is instead of it being there, we're actually moving the control arm in further.
Right.
Factory in the middle.
So I'm just going to offset. We gained 7 millimeters.
Is that what you did?
Without having to adjust camber at all.
So they do actually press in. So.
Alright, so here's what we got. So you're looking at the control arm. You'll notice that these camber offset spacers, these Delrin spacers, they're two different sizes. So we'll call it skinny and fat. And so the skinny goes on the inside and the fat part goes on the outside. Like so. So we'll press these in. So notice here's our factory urethane bushing. So notice how the hole's in the center, but here it's offset. And so what that allows us to do, if you think about this logically, if we were to take it and turn it this way, it allows us to take and push this inside into the car a little bit. And so if the upper control arm is pushed in essence, the wheel is going to pull inward without having to do a bunch of funky camber. It's a genius little setup. So it should help with, the front end camber. gasket, get it started.
Outside.
Just like that, yep.
Just like that.
Oh,
Okay.
should slide in. It slid in the other one.
Well, now that it's pressed into it, you've lost a little also.
So here's Chi's time attack car, which has 255s front and rear. So that's, you know, a lot what my car will look like with 255s in the front. Except for I'm a little lower. He's got stock calipers with cobalt pads and slotted rotors.
There. That gets us perfectly lined up.
There we go.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. As soon as you press it in there.
It does. It starts okay, but then it gets
Yeah.
stiff.
Well, that answers my question about, I was wondering how they were going to not slide around or move around in there. Well, those suckers aren't going anywhere.
Yep.
Fat side on the outside, skinny on the inside, and then we've got our little, whatever you call those, guide washers in the middle. We're good to go. Oh, we got to put the washers in.
Oh. Let's just see how they, I just want to do a dry fit.
So then these washers go here and here.
What the truck specs are.
So there's our upper control arm, which is pulled in a good 7 millimeters. So notice again, the fat bushing, the fat spacer goes there, the skinny one goes on the inside, and then the washers go on the outsides. So you can see the shiny washer. So we're gonna go, he's going to get the torque specs, and then we'll have this side done, put the cotter pin back in, and then this theoretically is pulled in slightly like this.
Control arms are 75.9, and then the ball joint.
So 30, why does it give you a range? You just pick one?
Well, oh, it's 41 to 48.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are going to be 75.9 foot-pounds. one's going to be a feel it out. I like my fenders more.
Yep, exactly. That's it.
Don't mind that 50-hour paint correction that we're protecting. Beep.
There's a cotter pin on it.
Yep. Brake lines back in place, which are about to be torn out here next.
Oh. Well, actually, that's the ABS.
Oh, okay, gotcha. ABS sensor, yeah. Cotter pin back in. We're in business.
ABS wires hooked back up. This side's done.
Sweet. Side A, done. Side B should take half as long.
Yep, it should.
You can see that.
What?
You can noticeably see that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now you get to look, if you look at it from this angle.
Yeah.
As proposed before, we were almost straight up.
Yep. Ah.
That's what you wanted, right? Yep.
Well, especially since the front offset's going to be more aggressive.
Once you'll fill the tire, now you've got the room to fill it.
Yep. Because what happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor.